Welcome back to Red Raider Weekly. Well, after a short one-game road trip up to Ames, Iowa, the Red Raiders return home to the friendly confines of the United Spirit Arena to take on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Let's take a look at the highlights. The Red Raiders up by 3 in the early going. Mike Singletary met by the press near midcourt, but gets it to Dwaylon Roberts, who finds Brad Reese going strong to the basket for the jam. He had 8 points in the first half. Now the Red Raiders on defense. Jay Crockett with a steal and throws it up the floor to Singletary all alone for his first dunk of the year. Tech with 24 points off of Oklahoma State miscues, and they have their largest lead of the half, 18-9. More from the defense here. Reese with the theft, and he's going the other way. Coast to coast, and the off-balance shot is off target, but Singletary is there to clean up the mess. 26-18, Tech on top. Now with time running out in the opening frame, the Cowpokes come up with a steal, and quickly they're going the other way. Page is short from long range, but Jared Shaw is there for the offensive board and tip in. The Red Raiders lead by 1 at the break. State takes its first lead of the game to start the second. Page with the shot clock winding down, throws up the prayer and drains the running 3. Cowboys on top 35-33. The Red Raiders with some nice passing here. Robertson and Reese work the pick and roll in the high post. Robertson makes the extra pass and D-Way dunks it home. Game tied at 37. Later, Singletary with the hustle points. Robertson finds him cutting into the lane, and number 32 splits 2 defenders, up, under, and in, and 1. Singletary led the Red Raiders with 25 points on 6 of 12 shooting from the floor. More from the senior here as he caps a 14-4 run to start the second half. He's doubled in the block but drops in the half hook in the lane, and the Red Raiders have the lead, 47-39. But the visitors put a run together and cut it to within 2 with just over 5 to play. Marshall Moses gets the friendly roll for 2 of his 13 points, 59-57 Tech on top. Reese with 19 points, he answers on the ensuing possession, thinks about the 3 but puts it on the floor and pulls up from 14. Nothing but net, and the lead is stretched to 4. But the Cowboys put another run together and take their first lead since the opening minute of the half. Moses, working the offensive glass, goes up for the putback, but Roberts is whistled for goaltending. OSU 65, Texas Tech 64, with just over a minute to play. Game tied 68 all, and the Red Raiders with one last chance, but Robertson's 3 is no good, and Page's return shot is off target, and we're heading to overtime. State takes a 1-point lead 2 minutes into OT. Page on the dribble penetration, up and under for the bucket and the foul, 71-70 Pokes. Robertson has an answer, though. He uses the high screen and gets around the edge for the jumper from 18. Tech retakes the lead, 72-71. Then the senior is true from long range. Here he drills the 3 from the far wing. J-Rob with 5 points in the extra frame, and the Red Raiders extend their lead to 3 with under a minute to play. Now clinging to a 1-point lead, Markel Brown looks to penetrate, but Robertson comes up with the steal and is quickly fouled with 8 ticks left on the clock. We go to Mark Finkner with a call.
Free throw up. In and out, no good. Williams with a rebound as Robertson missed them both. Page quickly up the floor at 3, at 2, at 1. Puts it up. Blocked by Singletary at the buzzer. Wow. As the Red Raiders have won their 3rd in a row, and you can credit the defense.
Texas Tech 75, Oklahoma State 74 is your Saturday final from the United Spirit Arena. Coming up after the break, we'll hear from Coach Pat Knight about his team's performance. Stick with us here on Red Raider Weekly.
At Plains Capital Bank, we believe in Texas Tech University. That's why we have made it a priority to support Texas Tech for over 20 years. We've proudly contributed to the Jones Stadium expansion, the new Rawls College of Business, the United Spirit Arena, and the Merced Alumni Center expansion. We also created the Plains Capital Presidential Endowed Scholarship. Because at Plains Capital Bank, we know the Red Raiders have the momentum to succeed.
UMC is the primary teaching hospital for the Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center.
The partnership between UMC and Texas Tech places us at the forefront of medical training and knowledge. It's a place where a team of professionals is committed to your care.
As a teaching hospital, UMC is here for you today while training the doctors and nurses of tomorrow.
It's my school.
It's my team.
It's our hospital.
Hey, college sports fans, since 1993, the crowning achievement in college athletics has been the Learfield Sports Directors Cup. Learfield Sports has teamed with college athletic directors and USA Today to honor the very best athletic programs in the country across all divisions. Year after year, student athletes, their coaches, and leaders compete for the Learfield Sports Directors Cup by pursuing excellence. Follow your school's ranking all season long at thedirectorscup.com.
Welcome back to Red Raider Weekly. Well, after his team's performance Saturday at the United Spirit Arena, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Pat Knight. Let's hear what he had to say in our post-game chat with the head coach. All right, Coach. Last week, you guys get your first conference win. Now you're sitting in about 7th place in the Big 12. You can, as you said, it's a marathon.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you can't get too high and you can't get too low. So, first week and a half, we're worried about getting too low, and now we got to worry about getting too high. And so, I mean, it's a marathon, and any coach you talk to, I know it sounds like coaches speak and it's kind of boring, but it is. You just got to keep these guys on an even keel and just stay focused. For each game is different, and you try to win games that you think you can win, and then you try to win games that you think you can't. And so it's just, it's just a week-to-week deal, and it's a game-to-game situation.
You looked at another game that goes down the wire, and you guys have been in this situation almost all year, and it looks like you're almost drawn from some of that.
Yeah, it's good because, we had overtime, lost overtime game up in North Texas to start out, and I think we lost 4 games in the preseason with under a minute to go, and so things weren't really going our way. But I think it made us better because we've been in this spot before. And plus, we were every day in practice we play miniature games, and either you have a lead or you're down. So the kids do a pretty good job, I think, when it comes down to it, from trying to do what we want, so we don't have to call timeouts, set up plays, and then. Just from a confidence standpoint, I mean, it is nerve-wracking as a coach, but imagine as a player out there because, trying to make the pass, make the right move, and I think our guys have been playing pretty confident towards the end of games.
I know they scored a lot of points, but it sure seemed like you guys really defended them well today.
Yeah, and you have to be careful. I was talking about today as a coach, you try, we want them to score X amount of points, but some of these teams we play against, I mean, you're going to have some high-scoring games. And to me, you have to focus on, did we get stops at the right time? Did we put some stops together? And I think we've done that in the last 3 games. And even though, we've scored a lot of points in the last 2 games, I think our defense is still very, has been pretty good to help us win games.
All right, Coach, congratulations again.
Thank you.
In tennis news, the 15th-ranked men's tennis team began its 2011 home dual season at the McLeod Tennis Center against the number 45 LSU Tigers as part of the 3rd annual ITA kickoff weekend. The afternoon started with doubles play as the Red Raiders took 2 of 3 matches on the number 1 court. Rayoni Carvalho and Rafael Garcia defeated LSU's 27th-ranked duo of Neil Skupski and Sebastian Carlson 8-1, and the number 3 tandem of David Gonzalez and Rafael Feister upended Tom Knights and Mark Botel 8-3 to secure the doubles point. Texas Tech then went on to take 3 singles matches as the Red Raiders defeated the Tigers 4-0 to improve to 3-0 on the season. On court number 3, Garcia made quick work of his opponent, defeating Botel in straight sets 6-love, 6-1. Next to finish was Carvalho on court 2. The junior from Brazil also completed a straight set victory, 6-4, 6-2 over Oliver Borsos. Then the Red Raiders' 3rd singles point and the match was secured with Feister's 6-2, 6-3 victory over Knights on court 6. The Red Raiders were back in action on Sunday, facing the number 19 California Golden Bears to conclude the ITA kickoff weekend. Well, that's going to do it for this week's show. We certainly appreciate you watching. Be sure to tune in again next time as Red Raider Weekly catches you up on all of the action that is Red Raider Sports. And remember, you can check in with us anytime, 24/7 at TexasTech.com for all the latest news and information about your favorite Red Raider sports teams. For the entire Red Raider Weekly production team, for all the players and the coaches that make this show possible, I'm Robert Giovanetti. We'll see you next time.
Red Raider Weekly has been presented by Covenant Health System, where faith meets the future of medicine. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, where moments worth covering are never accidents. By Plains Capital Bank. Plains Capital Bank proudly supports Texas Tech Athletics. Ride with the good guys at Plains Capital Bank. UMC, it's our hospital. Texas Ford Dealers, proud sponsors of your Red Raiders. The Red Raider Club, the official scholarship fund for Texas Tech student athletes. This has been Red Raider Weekly, produced by Texas Tech Athletics in conjunction with Red Raider Sports Properties, a property of Learfield Sports.